Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for our 2025 convention wrap-up. I'm Lisa Harden, your IAIP International President and the host of today's town hall. With me today is Vicki Harmon, immediate past president, and together we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the International Convention held in Oklahoma City in June. This presentation is being recorded and will be available on the IAIP website within the IAIP YouTube channel within 2 business days. So a few housekeeping items. You will be on mute throughout the presentation. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. If you'd like to ask a question, please use the Q&A feature. And of course, the chat box is always open. So Vicki, I am going to go ahead and turn it over to you for the first part of our highlight reel.
Highlight reel might be an understatement. Welcome, everyone. It is so exciting to be able to, first off, be introduced as the past president. I've given Lisa all kinds of support and wonderful, wonderful things. I greatly enjoyed my time as president. Please do not get me wrong, but I am also enjoying my new role as past president. So for those of you who were not able to attend convention, I cannot describe everything you missed. So I will try to give you the highlights. Now, take a look back at the year that we had for 24-25. If you notice, there are some things feeling a little different. Absolutely. The board made a bold and thoughtful decision last year to transition from our previous management company to Engage Management. This was a massive undertaking, but one that we felt was necessary to strengthen our financial health and reinvigorate the association for the future. We've shifted from a limited full-time staff to a broader team of fractional support. You might think of it like we went from 3 people working 8 hours a day to a team of 6 or more people at times, working smarter and more strategically to get the job done. That shift has an impact on our service times. Most of your questions and concerns should be going to your RVP or the EC anyway. However, if you need to call the office, there's a good chance you're going to have to leave a message and wait for a return call. Honestly, if you call me at BSR, sometimes voicemail gets there first. It's not unreasonable. It's just the rhythm of a busy day. If you send a request by email to the staff directly, please CC your RVP so we can better track where our communications may have missed the mark. And your RVP can also help escalate any concerns when an escalation is needed. So I did lightly say that things have been a little different, but really, they're a lot different. This isn't just a change in staffing. We have been reevaluating everything we do with fresh eyes. Are we working efficiently and effectively? Are the tools that we're using still serving us well? Lisa will share more about our progress here in a few minutes, and I'm not going to steal her thunder, but I do want to say thank you for your patience and your understanding. Transitions are never easy, but it's worth it. In addition to everything else, we now have a team full of experience and fresh ideas. 0 instances of, but we've always done it that way. If we as members, when we as members shake off that phrase too, we will be unstoppable. So let's talk about the accomplishments from our task forces last year. Have you been enjoying the weekly blog posts? The Marketing and Publications Task Force makes sure that there's a supply of posts in the pipeline. In addition, many task force members regularly write the posts. We've introduced new micro-volunteering opportunities across our task forces, and the Marketing and Publications truly led the charge. Not only have they helped promote and collect interest in micro-volunteering, but they've also put this into practice. Every blog article is now edited by you, our members, giving back in whatever capacity you're able. Highlights from, sorry, I've got to move my screen just a little bit. There we go. Highlights from the task force include the creation of the Marketing Content and Social Media Toolkit and the launch of our new Hidden Heroes blog series, which shines a spotlight on our tireless volunteers. Now, our Marketing and Publications Task Force collaborated with the Member Engagement and Services Task Force to develop the Hidden Heroes series. The member engagement has also coordinated member touchpoints. This dedicated group has been personally reaching out to members to offer guidance, support, and encouragement at every stage of membership, from brand new members to our seasoned professionals. They've been promoting our ongoing FIT activities. Have you enjoyed the monthly social media challenges? I haven't made it to participate in all of them, but I have loved seeing all of the participation online. And something else you missed if you weren't in Oklahoma is we brought back the FIT activities in the morning. We had water aerobics on one morning and some Danny Douglas yoga on Saturday morning, which was fabulous. But we also had our stretch breaks at the beginning or end of sessions. When we had a couple minutes, we took that time to stretch and reinvigorate ourselves. So hopefully that is a trend that we can continue in the future. I know I greatly enjoyed it. The stretching just helps you relax. You can absorb what's going on a little bit more. But anyway, more to our member engagement, folks. Don't forget about our mastermind groups. Who's a part of a mastermind group in here? I don't see a whole lot of activity in the chat, which is a little bit out of character for us. So come on. Feel free to drop in. Do you love your mastermind? I absolutely do. And I am looking forward to the next enrollment period. Our education task force also has been very busy. Imagine that. All of our task forces have been very busy. They've streamlined the renewal application process for the CLP and the CLPA designations to include non-course qualifying activities, which will be incorporated into the rest of the, oh, that is really funny. I'm so sorry. It'll be incorporated into the rest of the designation renewal applications. Apparently in my copying and pasting of my script, I pasted in a recipe for pork shoulder dish. So let me just scroll on past that. Back to our education committee. The instructor portal is live and thriving. Certified instructors now enjoy free instant access to course material. No more fees for instructor manuals. It's our way of supporting and empowering the volunteers who teach on behalf of the association. We have continued development on the ACR course. After our hard work 2 years ago to launch the designation, the task force is now enhancing it further with improved instructor scripts and additional PowerPoint slides. Also, I'm very excited to add that over the past year, we've seen several regions working together to offer 3 or 4 virtual classes every month. While the number of classes held isn't a task force objective, the task force develops the classes. There's no point in developing education if we're not offering it, but we are. And that was the goal, the 3 or 4 a month, maybe 1 a week. And as I was writing this, I thought, I'm going to see how many classes have we actually offered in the 24-25 calendar year. There might be somebody out there who would spoil the number. So I'm going to just tell you, instead of asking for guesses, 59 classes in the 24-25 calendar year. Wait a second. There's 52 weeks in a year. We have exceeded 1 class per week. And then when you think about all of the weeks that didn't get classes, like the week of Thanksgiving, the week of Christmas, I'm sure there are other weeks with holidays where there wasn't a class offered somewhere. We're killing it on offering classes. Keep it up. This is how we succeed. And this is how everyone gets the chance to get the education that they need and they want. So let's see. The Education Task Force has just been killing it. The Marketing and Publications Task Force, I know, also helped with that initiative to advertise the classes. But let's talk about our Sponsors and Partners Task Force. This one is near and dear to my heart. I love working on sponsors and partners. So one of the challenges they took on this year was updating our corporate partner prospectus to reflect the current benefits available at each level. This was an enormous and much needed undertaking. They play a vital role in developing and following up on leads, not just for our corporate partners, our corporate sponsors, but convention sponsors, exhibitors, and corporate members. In addition to that, we also are working on cross-association revenue share agreements. Say that one 3 times fast. We currently have one in place with the Big I of Tennessee, where Big I members can access our courses through the LMS, and we're actually working on some in-person and virtual classes as well, offering IAIP content to non-members, and we share the revenue with the association that is hosting it. So if you have, and we've got 3 other Big I associations that we are working with, but I wanted to have some success stories before we got too far into that. But if you have any leads, whether it's a Big I lead or some other industry association lead that would be interested in doing a revenue share for our classes, let us know. We're happy to follow up on that. Also, we will take all the leads you have, corporate partners, sponsors, exhibitors, corporate members, you name it. You know somebody who might kind of sort of be interested in working with us, send them on. We will run with it with pleasure. The contribution from this group happens predominantly behind the scenes, but the impact on our operating budget and our ability to serve our members is huge. I know the convention is over, but I still want to take one more chance to say thank you so much to my convention co-chairs and all of the task force members. They've done an amazing job. Most of their job was herding cats, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about all of the random things that I would come, let me shoot an email to Geraldine. Let me shoot an email to Diane of, can we do this random thing that nobody has talked about before? And they would just make these things happen. So if you enjoyed the time in Oklahoma City, if you were there, we have our convention task force to thank for it. They were amazing. Our keynote speaker, Monica Sherry Scott, was so invigorating. So if you weren't there, she sang the Star Spangled Banner a cappella, and it was beautiful. She was just so inspiring, energetic, and thought-provoking. The title to her session was The Sound of Culture, and she helped remind us how very important our organizational culture is. And when our culture is aligned with our values, that is how we make our way towards success. And it is vital to our success. The speakers at our Ignite luncheon were absolutely amazing, sharing their stories with us on how they found success. And I'm sure you've seen it, you've heard it many times before. Do you just wake up in the morning and zoom straight to success? No, that's never how the path works. You get up and you try this, and maybe it works, or maybe you have to take a step sideways, or you have to take a step back and you move forward again. And it's nice to hear that everybody has those same kind of challenges where things don't just, oh, all the stars lined up and the world was perfect. No, you work for it. And that means when you have a setback, you keep on going. Let's see some other highlights from the past year. Have you looked at the members only exclusive section of the website? Once you log in and go to that members only dropdown, there's a members only exclusive offers page now. We have 2 discount programs exclusively available to our members. The first is a discount on your rental cars through Enterprise Mobility. Check that out. Who doesn't like saving money on renting cars? Gee, anytime we go to a convention or a regional, sometimes a council, depending on where you're going, you might need to rent a car. Or you might just be going to the beach and you want to rent a car. Check out the discounts, and please do enjoy. We do love having Enterprise as one of our sponsors. We also have some discount subscription pricing from the Insurance Journal's Academy of Insurance. This is a wealth of information available out there in the Academy. If you're not familiar with it, please go check it out. Another topic to touch on, continuing education. Years ago, we made a strategic decision not to pursue state certified CE as an association. It simply is not sustainable for us to maintain. But that doesn't mean we're completely out of the CE game. Who here has taken a CE class through MSO? I know I have. It might be because of their classes that I only need one more hour between now and October. And man, I need to get that hour in. We don't need to reinvent the wheel to provide the things that members need. We just need to work together. That was a lot. But you know what? There's still more. Lisa is all ready to tell you about the
Thank you, Vicki. I went to unmute myself and I muted you, or you got me. I don't know, whatever. That's the way it works. Welcome to technology. It's been one of those weeks for me. So that was a lot of jam-packed information as far as what we've accomplished last year. Some of the other things about the convention that were exciting is that we had 14, did you hear me? 14 past international presidents in attendance at the convention in Oklahoma City. I thought that was something that was definitely worth mentioning. We also celebrated all of our members who earned new designations, and we announced 46 new designees since the convention in Scottsdale. There were 2 DAEs, 18 CLPs, 13 CLPAs, and wait for it, 13 ACRs in less than 12 months. That's amazing. We just announced that class and started doing the virtual class presentations last June. And these 13 people just ate it up and demolished everything and earned their designation in that less than 10 months. We also had the welcome reception at the OK Corral, and our charity for the convention was the Toby Keith's Kids Corral. And through the activities at the welcome party, as well as online donations, we were able to raise $1,650. And if you've paid attention to the postings of the pictures, I got to take a picture with one of those big, gigantic celebratory checks. So that was kind of cool. So in addition to the $1,650, we also donated tons of books and socks and toothpaste and shampoo from their wish list. So they were very, very appreciative. And thank you so much to the generosity of all of our members. So the next thing I would like to share with everyone is our of the year award winners. So our rookie of the year was from Region 1, Tabitha Kosternabek. And our sponsor for that award is Hartford Mutual. Our young new professional of the year was from Region 3, Heather Bradley. And Donegal was the sponsor for that award. Claims Professional of the Year went to Region 7, Mark Coberly, and the sponsor this year was Attain. Our client services representative of the year was not only well known to everybody But Christine Chandler Tillett, very deserving of this award. And this award is sponsored each year by Lockton. Our risk management professional was from Region 1, another name everybody else is familiar with, Jennifer Kubiak. Congratulations to her. And the sponsor of the Risk Management Award this year was CMR Risk and Insurance Services. The professional underwriter of the year, also from Region 1, is Michelle LaRoque. And this award has been sponsored for many years by Vermont Mutual. We thank you for your support. Confidence While Communicating Speak Off winner was Sandra Holmes from Region 7. And everybody says this every year. The Speak Off was wonderful. We are so glad that we weren't a judge because it's so hard to pick one. But Sandra did a phenomenal job. And the sponsor for the Communication with Confidence Speak Off is the Johnson & Johnson. And they have sponsored that again for several years now. The Distinguished Insurance Professional of the Year, our inaugural winner is none other than Region 7's Regina Lamanowitz. I can't think of another person that I would see having this as the inaugural winner. She has done so much for the association while she was working, and now that she's retired, she has not stopped a bit. The sponsor of this award is Marcia Tepp, one of our past international presidents, and we thank her for that support. And our Insurance Professional of the Year is Leslie Dorr from Region 7, and Binder Family Trust is the sponsor of this award. So thank you so much to all of our award sponsors, and congratulations once again to the award winners. These are all also posted under the award page on the website. So, if you haven't already, send them congratulations, kudos, they deserve it. I also want to thank all of the rest of our sponsors from the convention. Again, as Vicki pointed out, that without these sponsors, we would be unable to put on this event and enjoy it as much as we did. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Okay. Now, on to new stuff. What's coming up? So during the past year, as Vicki mentioned, we have been basically reviewing everything as far as IAIP. And one of the things we looked at was whether or not our mission, vision, and value statements were still in line. And amazingly enough, yes, they are. We are exactly on trend. We are striving to be a leader in developing leaders by providing programs and opportunities for that, as well as networking and education, which we have always been good at. And in looking at these statements, 3 words started to come to mind: building futures together. And while each of these words individually express what IAIP is, when you take them together, it shows that as an organization, Insurance Professionals is there to support my future, your future, the futures of our corporate members, partners, and sponsors, and the association as a whole. And this support for one another has been the backbone of this association since it was formed. So you can see on Vicki's background the old tagline, connecting members, building careers. We are changing that to building futures together. And you will be seeing this on all of our updated marketing materials and on the brand new website. This is a completely new website. It is a completely different platform. The board has been kind of on the backside of it this last month with our first board meeting and using it as far as our agendas and our files and the things that we need to do our work. And it is phenomenal. It's clean looking, it is easy to navigate, and I am so excited for you to be able to see this. The other thing that the new platform does is has its own LMS system. So we will no longer have a add-on system. We will no longer have to pay separately for the LMS. And we will be able to go back to our single logon where you just log on to the website and then click the appropriate tab to enter the LMS and then put in the class that you want to take. So that is super exciting. And we are hoping that we will be able to do a webinar in September showing everyone the brand new website. Engage is building things out every day. We're loading in the members, we're loading in the content, we're figuring out what things need to be carried forward and what things don't. So it is a massive project, but it is going to be something that will definitely enhance our presence. So if you're building something, you're going to need building blocks. So my building blocks for the next year are going to focus on education, communication, member engagement, and leadership. I do want to focus on one of those. I want to focus on leadership today because insurance professionals is unique in that we have both sides of the coin for leadership. We offer the leadership skills classes in our CLP and CLPA designations. But on the flip side, we also offer opportunities to put those leadership skills together. And I don't know of any other organization that does this. Yes, you have organizations where you can be a leader, you can be an officer or a committee member, but you don't have the access to those soft skills that are necessary to make a good leader. And so we need to push that we have both sides of this leadership coin. And one of the ways we can push leadership is by creating co-chairs. So I've put this into practice and I have co-chairs on all of the task forces this year. And a lot of the regional vice presidents have also done the same with their director level positions, the education director, marketing director, membership, and members at large. And remember, if you're in one of those director positions, you don't have to do it all yourself. You can form your own committee and give people a chance to spread their wings and take on some leadership responsibility. And then the next time they go up for that promotion, they'll have an example of how they've already done that. And that's one of the things we need to really promote as far as insurance professionals, is that opportunity to grow and develop skills in a safe environment where your job isn't on the line. Okay, so let's see, we've got a new website, we've got a new tagline, and we've got building blocks for the future. So speaking of the future, the 2026 International Convention will be held in Norfolk, Virginia, at the Hilton Maine in Norfolk. It's a beautiful hotel. Just go onto the website and look at the pictures. It is going to be amazing. The dates, and please make note of this, are June 6th through June 9th, 2026. This is Saturday through Tuesday. Due to a previous convention in the hotel before us that was much larger, we had to do a little shifting of our timeline. So rooms will be available on Thursday and Friday, but we won't have access to convention meeting rooms to do any setups until Friday. So that is why the hubs will be on Saturday. So make sure you've got those correct dates in your planner. Start planning your convention registration and hotel budgets. And I look forward to seeing everyone there. And remember that if you got a building block from me at one of the at any of the last 4 conventions, you bring that building block and show it at registration, and your name will go into a drawing for $50 cash. But if we can get more than 200 people signed up for the convention by the early registration date, I will increase that to $100. So challenge is laid down. It's up to you guys. So I didn't see that there were any questions in the Q&A. So Vicki, do you have any additional comments you would like to add before we wrap up?
You know, I will always take one more chance to say thank you. You all are amazing. We could not do the things that we do as an association without the help of every person who is on this webinar and everybody who goes back and watches it as a recording.
Great. Thank you all for your attendance, and watch out for the August town hall, which will be on education and other membership engagement activities. So how can you get more involved in insurance professionals? Thank you and have a great afternoon.